Are you a teacher who's frustrated when you get the looks of students that look like this? Whenever you're trying to implement an activity that involves asking and answering a question with a partner, look no further and just know that you're not alone, because I have had this happen to me many, many times. One of the things that I like my students to do is to learn how to ask a question and then have their partner answer a question and vice versa, particularly using academic vocabulary that they have learned in class. Well, I started using this activity to teach them to do that, and they love it and they beg to do it time and time again, because all it involves is a pack of Uno flashcards and a board where they can see sentence stems. Stay tuned so that you can learn how to incorporate this game in your classroom tomorrow. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I want to welcome you if you're new to the Language Lady community. My name is Dr. Hemphill, and I post a weekly video on tips and strategies for teachers who teach English language learners. If you hit the subscribe button and the notification bell, you will be notified every week when I post a new video. Also, any games or activities or resources that I mention in this video will be included in the description below. So the name of this really fun game, only using a pack of Uno cards, is called Who Wants? And I'm actually going to link it below in the description so that you can see what materials that you need, which, like I said, is just the cards, and you're going to need a board to post certain items that I will go into in a minute. And that's it. And your students will be able to play. I recommend that this be played in a small group, no more than 6, maybe up to 7 students, but probably no more than that. And we played this last week, so I'll go ahead and without further ado show you how this game is played. So as I mentioned, the name of this game is called Who Wants? And the simple goal is to teach students how to speak in a question using want and also answering I do or I don't. The cards that are going to be used are all the number cards excluding 0, so you'll have about a total of 72 cards. You can include the wild special card and the wild draw 4 special card. To set up the game, you want to have on the board, write the numbers 1 through 9 in list form. Next to the numbers, you're going to write common nouns. For example, 1 will be a car, 2 is piano in this case. But you can also use more sophisticated academic vocabulary words and even content-specific vocabulary words. Next, you're going to write the 4 colors that correspond to the Uno cards, and next to them, you're going to write the adjectives. In this case, blue was big, green long, red hot, and yellow expensive. After you have ensured that you do not have the number 0 in that deck of cards, you're going to shuffle them, and then you're going to deal 7 cards to each student. And after you have dealt those cards, the rest of the cards will go face down in the middle of the table. Students will look at the cards and lay down exact pairs. The pairs need to be a number and color. Students will choose one of their cards and ask the other students in general if someone wants the card. For example, student A will choose a green 2 and ask who wants a long piano. If a student wants the card to complete a pair, they will respond by saying I do, and the asking student will give them the card. Students cannot take a card if it doesn't complete a pair. If no student wants the card in question, the asking student draws a card from the pile. The student with the most pairs at the end of the activity is the winner. I would make sure that you practice along with your students ahead of time to make sure that they can pronounce all the words and they know what the words mean within context, so that the game will be played fluidly and will be a lot more fun for them to play. And that's how the Uno game is played. I really hope you enjoyed it. My students really enjoyed having me record them so that you can implement this game in your classroom. Please let us know in the comment section below how it went. And also, if you use Uno for other activities to get your students listening, speaking, reading, and writing. As always, tune in next week and I will be posting a new video of tips and strategies to use in your classroom. Thank you and see you next week. Bye-bye.